I don't talk about Tyla because I don't want to bring attention to it because I know what they're doing to her. But when you think about the lyrics of that song, Water, and you think about her core fan base, which are girls between the age of 7 and 17. Can you blow my mind and set off my whole body? Make me sweat, make me hotter, make me lose my breath, make me water. Why the f would that be coming out of 8-year-olds' mouth? And dancing and gyrating and trying to get a bump, bump, bump. Because that's all those kids that are watching her are doing. That's all they're doing. They're going to imitate everything that she does. Meanwhile, the local pedo who has a kid who are friends with a bunch of girls, 9, 10, 11 years old, inviting the girls over for pizza and to watch
everyone. Tyler reportedly found himself in even more difficulty once the Jaguar Wright started after her. The first focus was on her as a prospective industrial plant with roots in the scenes, to appeal to a specific demographic and stereotype. However, rumors have it that Tyla is much more. There are also reports that she made a secret deal with some elites in the background to persuade young women to engage in scandalous and evil activities.
Is it weird for you that you're so young, but you have so many girls that look up to you, inspire to be you? Is that a weird feeling?
It is kind of weird because I remember being that person, and I'm still that person for people, but it's inspiring for me as well, knowing that I'm able to touch people and inspire people. You know, it sounds cheesy, but it's like amazing. It's an amazing feeling.
You have to watch the way you move too now. Do you move differently now? Dance move differently now? Do things differently because you know that young girls follow your dance routines, follow your steps, your movements, and all that.
I'm just being myself, you know, with everything. When I perform, when I do anything, I'm just being myself. I'm showing my culture from home, and whoever likes it, whoever doesn't.
I think it's still very...
According to Jaguar, Tyler's hit song Water, which has lyrics like make me sweat, make me hotter, make me lose my breath, make me water, is unsuitable for readers under the age of 18, who unfortunately make up the majority of Tyler's fan base. Particularly in the US, Jaguar claims that Tyla's administration always tries to present her as a teenager. However, it turns off actual kids because she is always wearing provocative clothing. Additionally, her sudden appearance on big screens lends credence to the belief of most people that she was ready for her massive breakthrough with the hit song Water. Because of the timing, the viral success of the dance challenge, and the seamless distribution, people started to question whether this was indeed organic music, emergence, or a planned long-term project. Artists that are not originally from the United States usually have to endure years of suffering, releasing mixtape after mixtape until they achieve international recognition, until they eventually get that big break and make it into the US top chart. These artists have to put in years of effort only to get a little share of such attention. But with Tyla, everything appeared to be ready to go as soon as her song was made available online. There were the catchy lyrics, the well-balanced soundtrack, and the chic dancing. The timing also seemed too good to be true. That was when the whole conversation about industry plants started. Furthermore, when someone moves so accurately and everything comes together so flawlessly, people can't help but think that there's more to the story than just talent and luck. Nevertheless, it seems that luck is waning. For someone whose debut album went viral in ways most musicians could only dream of, her most recent EP, We Wanna Party, has extremely low sales. Her self-titled album, Tyler, received over 1 billion Spotify plays in only 3 months after its March 2024 release, shattering all streaming records. In the end, it became the most streamed African female album ever, surpassing 1.3 billion plays. Tyler debuted in the United States at number 24 on the It topped the Billboard 200 with 24,000 album equivalent sales in its first week alone. A few months later, with 1.565 billion plays, it overtook Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter as the most streamed album by a black female artist in 2024. We won't even talk about the prize. Tyla won a Grammy after being nominated for the first time. All that accomplishment off the sea. But it's safe to say, honey, that the notoriety of the awards started to affect her. She was pursued by people with teeth and claws. When she went on stage to claim the VMA trophy for Best Afrobeat Video, she also begged Halle to hold it for her since it was too heavy.
And holding awards
towards you. I'm not strong enough. Use this. Oh, yeah, it was over me. Yes.
Dear. There was no happiness or appreciation at all for the recognition, and it was disrespectful. Tyla further made matters worse by posting, "You guys make everything strange." "Hi, my girlfriend wasn't asked. We are only females." Mic drop. Put an end to your conversation. I won a VMA. When Tyla went and identified herself as colored, an old interview came to light, adding to the string of events that led to her numbers and public attention plummeting quickly.
And it's a very stressful term to use in America because I know it's a derogatory term. Right. But I mean, that's what we are called.
In South Africa, Tyla's home country, the word colored now has a specific meaning since it designates an ethnic group. However, it is a powerful term that has historical associations with Black oppression and mistrust that the Black community did not have. Tyla's use of the term, which is considered to be a near racial slur, was not the only problem for Afrikaners, who comprised the bulk of her fanbase. It was her total absence of a careless attitude when she was given the opportunity to face and resolve the matter.
The Zeke problem is not a producer problem, it's a Tyla problem. It's her. Let me tell you why. You came to America and you're in the Breakfast Club. You got artists that would die to talk to Charlamagne, and you looking at your people because he asked you a question you want to answer.
Man, what?
It don't work like that in America, baby.
At all,
you can't
baby.
hide from issues if you Black. And what happened was she thought, see, here's what's really happening in America right now. The Africans that are coming here to get money are realizing what's happening is white people in the music industry bought in our African cousins.
Yup.
Like, since y'all niggas wanna listen, I'm gonna bring in these y'all African cousins because
we
they
don't
look
respect
alike
them.
to everybody, but they ain't got that sauce.
They don't got it.
They ain't got that
Especially
hood.
Tyla.
And I'm not saying this, but Tyla's also she's also from the same place that Elon Musk is from. Right? So racism and all that shit is huge where she is, but she had a chance to speak on it.
And she did.
And
she
did.
blew it.
And she looked at somebody else like, I don't even want to
Like,
talk
I'm a little girl.
about it.
Hold
I don't even
my
want to
hand.
talk about it.
She said I'm not freaking black.
Guess what? Use a nigga. those are nigga numbers. Here's what Tyla did wrong. And
tell
you
me.
know this, Brandon, on some industry. A hit is not a problem. Tyla can have water out right now. The people are not gonna with it because she has made it known that I'm here just to get money. I'm here not to be one of y'all. Even though they bunching me with y'all, let me separate myself from y'all.
I'm different.
And this is what the you get. And now the y'all that you don't want to be of is gonna be laughing,
on y'all.
making jokes, all that because you didn't want to be one of us.
And I'm gonna keep it gangster too. You from South Africa. Nelson Mandela ain't died for you to be coming here and saying you ain't black. Straight up. He ain't sitting in jail for 30 years for that. So I understand why you sold 3.7 and PLP, not 37, 3.7 is what Tyla sold, my dude. You can't say she's Britney Spears, and that's what irritated me.
She needs to build her world. She needs to find her fan base. She's just a song right now. But remember I said this. She is a star, and she doesn't need to have the last name to be a star.
In an interview with Charlamagne on The Breakfast Club, where she was supposed to clear things out, she kept her mouth shut. Instead, she turned to her PR team, and their response was for her not to answer the question.
School me on these debates that they be having about your identity as a South African colored person. What does that even mean?
Can we not? Por favor.
Oh, I like that. We keeping that in the interview too. I like when they talk from the back and say we can't. I like that. I like the character. That's good. That's even better.
Next one, please.
That's even better. Yo, stupid, yo.
And they actually wanted Charlamagne to end the interview at that point. But being an African American, he felt offended that Tyla did not want to settle the dispute. As a result, he decided to include that section in the interview, and boy did it blow up. Charlamagne claimed that Tyla's team had brought a list of topics they did not want Tyla to attend, a do not touch list prior to flight. They requested that the Kaizenet We Friends moment be
I can't do Zoe, so my only option is Tyla. Would you like to go on a date with me?
Are you asking for real?
Yeah.
Don't do that.
What you mean? Why not?
Don't do that.
I'm serious. Whenever you get some free time, would you like to go on a date with me?
You can't do that. On a whole live thing.
Why not? It's true or there.
Are we friends though?
You right.
Yeah, are we friends?
Not to mention the reason she was off Chris Brown's tour. To disregard her disability, to avoid the whole colorism line of inquiry, and to never ever compare her to other pop singers. No diva tape, no Rihanna analogies. Later, Charlemagne claimed to have been given the list and to have refused to be muzzled, claiming that the interview shouldn't have taken place in the first place if she wasn't ready to respond to those questions.
Do anyway. And what was the other one? It was one it was just all frivolous
and
stuff.
Why? What are they trying to do? They're trying to protect an image that they're curating for her?
I have no idea. And that's why I said...
Oh, but the Rihanna thing, comparing.
Oh, yeah, and comparison. And it wasn't even Rihanna. It just said comparisons to other pop artists. Huh?
Oh, so they're trying to separate her from Kai Cenat. She's her own individual. Don't tie her to him.
And you want me to not ask her about Kai Cenat the day after Kevin Hart just was on Kai Cenat's show again with
Bringing
a big-ass sign that said, "We friends," though?
Yeah.
Like, come on, yo. So I said to them, no.
Her South African superfans also played a role in her downfall because they were out here talking about how Tyla wasn't in the wrong to use the word colored to identify herself.
Tyla is not black. Let's talk about it. Race in the United States is not the same as in South Africa. That's why many Americans were shocked to find out Tyla doesn't identify as black. Blackness in America is defined by the one drop rule, where having just one recent black ancestor and certain facial features gives you this distinction. But in South Africa, concepts of race were influenced by apartheid. So, while indigenous South African groups are considered black, and descendants of British and Dutch colonists are considered white, there's another group called colored. Colored refers to South Africans of mixed ethnicity, often descending from interracial couplings of black Africans and white settlers. This also included South Asians until the end of apartheid. Tyla falls into this category because some of her heritage is Indian, Mauritian, and Zulu. Colored communities in South Africa have a distinct culture that's different from other racial groups in the country. And even though apartheid ended, the way South Africa thinks about race is still the same, with this thinking still ingrained into culture today. So for Tyla, identifying as colored is a function of her heritage.
To make things worse, Jaguar Wright has been claiming that Tyla is an industry plotter and that she has a contract with upper management to seriously harm young teens like Lizzo, Lil Nas X, Sexy Red, and others. Here are the opinions of a few people regarding the scenario, allegedly, while we wait for more details from the scenes. This individual stated, "As a Nigerian, I will state that the African American market is the largest entertainment market in this region. You cannot expect African Americans to be patronizing if you treat them disrespectfully. South Africans and Kyla are having to learn this lesson the hard way. In black places, respect is essential. If we're this and that to South Africans for not supporting her, then let her fans buy her music," someone else commented. "Allow them to raise her to status as a multi-millionaire. Allow them to promote her on a global scale." Lastly, this individual stated, "I was uncomfortable the first time I saw Water and heard the lyrics. Tyla appears much younger than her age suggests. We know that Clive Davis is one of the reasons Diddy is as mentally unstable as he is. So hearing that she's been spotted with him is also really unsettling. Her being seen with Clive Davis is the worst case situation. I'm not sure who her team is. Furthermore, we would want to hear your opinions. What are your thoughts on Tyla's American Dream's quick decline and the entire mess? Tell us in the comments, please. It gets just as dirty, so watch the following video and remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons.